you doing? It's Nismaz07, and welcome to another episode of Vintage Game Finder. We're gonna dive in pretty quick. It was a decent weekend, I like to say. I mean, I didn't get as much as far as quantity that I'm used to getting, but I mean, anytime you go out in the wild and you manage to get, you know, something, 2, 3, 4 games, you know, minimum, and I like to consider that a decent weekend. But there's some weekends where you just strike out. You don't get, you know, a pretty good bounty, as I would call it. But I think I managed to do all right. So let's go ahead and get started. I went to one yard sale. Where I picked up this little bundle, which is this over here. I have what looks to be a PSP charger. Can't tell you for what model it is. I think it might be the 9001, but I went ahead and picked that up for $1, which is pretty good for a Sony PSP charger. I don't know what they're going for now, but I know it's not $1. So I picked that up. Next, I picked up let's see, a couple PlayStation controllers. Got the matching duo. Unfortunately, the lady didn't have a console or any games or anything like that. But when I find controllers, I tend to pick them up regardless of what console they are, because they're not easy to come by, especially in the shape that these are in. These are in pretty good shape. So I managed to pick both of these up for $2. So moving on, I went to another yard sale. Most of the stuff I picked up was on yard sales this week, I don't like to say. Yeah, all of them were. This one yard sale, the guy was a collector. He was not hiding the fact that he was a collector, but his prices were, I like to say, they were really, really reasonable, and I was happy about that because I managed to pick up another complete in box Super Nintendo game, and that game is Wing Commander. I have never played it before. I don't remember actively looking for any reviews about the game when it was out. But for a game that's over 20, 25 years old, I mean, this is a pretty nice pickup on my end. I managed to pick that up for $5. It says it's a 3D space combat simulator. I never was really into these, but just to have another complete in box Super Nintendo game in my hands, it's a big win. So I got that for $5, and from the same guy I picked up a black box NES Super Mario Brothers. Have the game, have the manual, have the sleeve. Unfortunately, didn't have the box, but beggars can be choosers. I mean, for $3. Black box Mario is pretty awesome. So let's see. This I got from a good friend of mine on a trade. I forgot what it was that I traded him for. And Chris, if you're watching, leave in the comment section what it was I gave you for this, because too much crap in here. I completely forgot what the hell we traded for. So I managed to get a Game Genie for the Sega Genesis. And it's one thing to pick one of these up in the shape that this is in on a trade or for free, or even, you know, for under $10. But on top of that, he managed to give me the little guide that came with the Game Genie, and it has a lot of codes from Mortal Kombat to RoboCop versus the Terminator to Aladdin. I mean, it's a pretty good. You see the thickness of it. It's a pretty good selection of games to have codes for. I was never really big into Game Genies or Game Sharks or anything like that, because I always strive to try to beat the game on my own. But there are a pretty good number of games that you just can't do that. So that's where the Game Genie goes ahead and comes in. So I managed to get down a trade. I'm very happy about that, and it's always good to have friends in the hobby, because without people like Chris helping me out, it probably would taken me a longer time to go ahead and find something like this in the wild. So thanks a lot, bro. Okay, another one moving on is another PlayStation 3 exclusive that I managed to pick up for $3. and $3. Sorry. And that is Resistance 2 on the PlayStation 3. It is complete. I have the manual and the game. I hear good things about this series. I never got a chance to play it, only because these kinds of games, at the time I was trying to stay away from them because I have 2 daughters. So for them to see stuff like that, it's gonna freak them out, and it's gonna take me days to explain to them that it's not actually real and all this other crap. So just to get away from that, I avoided it and you know, stay closer to sports games or RPGs, stuff like that. So $3. I now have the first and second in the series. I don't know if there's a third on the PS3. If there is, please let me know in the comment section so I can go ahead and take a look and see if I can find that in the wild eventually. Next, I was happy about getting this, and you know, for $2 is not bad, but I mean, it's always a toss-up when you're getting loose games, especially loose games are on CD, and this one is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on the Wii. This is my second copy. I have a complete in-box copy that I bought a couple months ago, but I now have a loose one that that's probably gonna go in my trade pile. I've not had the chance to play the game because, like I told you before in other videos, I don't have a Wii yet. I'm working on getting that eventually. But for $2, I'm very happy that I managed to have another Zelda game. Alright, this was a complete lot that I managed to pick up from a lady that was about 5 minutes from my house, and this was on the way home from my Sunday hunting. That I pack my kids in the minivan, I take the wife, and we just ride all over town and see what kind of scraps are left over, because the area I'm in, the garage sales start on Thursday and they end on Sunday. But by the time Sunday rolls around, you definitely end up with the scraps. But like I told you before, some weekends are good, some weekends are not. Alright, so this was the lot I picked up for $20. I managed to pick up another copy of Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. She wanted to sell me this for $5, but you know, I bundled everything together and I just gave her one flat price, and I just said, you know what, $20, let me take it off your hands right now. The last thing you want to do is put it back in the garage. And she agreed, so she let me take it. So nice to have a copy of, this is my third copy now, so this is going to go in the trade pile as well. Next, I have, I'll lead up to the climax, and then you guys can figure it out while I'm trying to give you the little bits and pieces. I have another PlayStation controller. Don't know if you can see what's in the middle there. I got that. Some AV cables for the PlayStation. Can't do without these. Got another memory card. I love having a pretty good stock of these, because there's certain games I don't like to delete the memory on, just, you know, so I can go back and try to find more Easter eggs on that particular game. So it's always good to have extra memory cards on the PlayStation. Next, well, when you see this, you probably already know. Another Sony AC adapter, 7.5V. And now I'll go ahead and show you another PS1. This is, it's either my third or my second PS1 that I have. So this one will be going in the trade pile as well. I was very happy to have one of these, because there was a time when I just started collecting, and I was like, you know, I never got into the PlayStation, the original PlayStation, because I was a diehard Sega fan, and you know, I was with them until the ship went completely down, and I went ahead and I bought a Sega brand new right when they launched, before telling you know, the developers, and just giving the middle finger to the whole industry, pretty much. when they brought out the Sega Saturn. So I rode with them until the ship went down. So when I started collecting again, I said, you know what, I want to go ahead and try to relive that magic that so many people had when they bought those Sony PlayStation, original Sony PlayStation. So I have about 4 of the original PlayStations, but this is my 3rd PS1. Unfortunately, it didn't come with an LCD monitor. I'm hoping I can find one of those in the wild, but the chances don't look that good. So I went ahead and bought this, cleaned it up, took it apart before that. But one thing that sealed the sale for me on this lot here was when I opened the door to this. And this is what I found inside the PS1 Slim. Castlevania Symphony of the Night on the PS1.
What?
From what everybody tells me, it's a really good game. It's sort of like if you want to mix Castlevania and Metroid together, it's pretty much that kind of a feel to the game, if you want to call it that. I'm very excited to play this. I will probably be playing it by the end of the week. I do not see myself getting rid of this anytime soon. So I will be actively looking for the case and the manual and all that other crap. But for right now, I'm really happy that I have a copy of this game and I didn't have to resort to going and playing in emulation, because I mean, it's easy as it is to do that. It's not the same as actually having the hard copy in your hand, you know what I'm saying? So all that for $20, I like to think it wasn't that bad at all. So really good weekend. I'm hoping next weekend is gonna be better. And if it is good, and if it's not, then you know it's the thrill of the hunt that matters, and that's the only thing that matters to me. So like always, like, rate, comment, subscribe. I want to say a special thank you to everybody that's been supporting me at home and abroad. And that's it. I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Happy hunting.